Welcome back, friends, to Surviving the Daily. I hope everyone is surviving well. It's been a little while since I've done a tailgate pocket dump for you, so I thought I'd get into it. Now, a lot of the things I'm going to show you here today are things that I carried during the work week. If I have a day off or I'm going to a doctor's appointment or a function, my EDC is going to change and probably change considerably. But for the most part, this is what I'm carrying on a daily basis. Except some things might change out. You know, I change out knives to test them out. I change out wallets and I change out flashlights. But for the most part, these items are what I'm carrying on daily. So as you can see, the first item I am fidgeting with is a Right in the Rain Polka pen. I've carried this pen here for months on end. It's probably my most carried pen. It may not be my most used pen, but it's definitely my most carried. And it's just good to know that I have a reliable pen in my pocket ready to go. Now, if you do pick up one of these Polka pens, I definitely recommend spending the extra couple dollars to get the pocket clips. They are indispensable with these pens and not losing them. So next item is the OLPR leather-bound notebook, pocket notebook. It is a great little item to have. Since I've been seriously EDCing and doing videos, I've been carrying this, and I've definitely realized how indispensable carrying a notebook with you. You know, your phone can do a lot of things, but just it's very satisfying to write things down and being able to go back and read them and you know, check out your notes. So definitely, you know, I recommend giving a notebook a shot for at least a week or two. And if you like it, keep going. If you don't, you know, no harm, no foul. Next item I've been carrying is the R-Card bifold wallet from Alpaca Gear. Great wallet. It's probably the longest wallet I've been EDCing for a while. I think I've had it in my pocket for a good 2 months now, maybe 3. Not quite sure, but it's a great little wallet, and I definitely recommend that. Something I don't get a lot of use out of is a Zippo lighter, but it is nice to be able to carry one. I haven't been able to EDC a Zippo for a long time because I don't smoke anymore, and the Zippos, they lose their fluid if you don't use it, or if you do use it, but they typically lose their fluid within a week or two, and you end up having to refill it whether you've used it or not. So, but recently I have just installed the Thunderbird you know, dual flame insert here. You do have your 2 flames here, and you have your torch and your regular flame, and it's a great little add-on to your Zippo and to your EDC, and that way you can EDC a Zippo and not have to worry about losing the fluid. Another item that until I've really started EDCing, I haven't realized how indispensable it is carrying a watch or wearing a watch. Now, it is my day off today, so I'm wearing a Casio. This is the MRW-200H. It is just a very inexpensive Casio watch, but during the work week I will end up wearing my Fossil smartwatch. But again, very indispensable wearing a watch, and it's something that most people don't do anymore, but I definitely recommend you giving it a shot for at least a couple weeks. Next item I've been EDCing for quite some time is the Ozark Trail Multi-Force. It is a clone of the Leatherman Wave, but it is a great clone, and it's one that you can find inexpensively at Walmart. So it has a great tool set, and it's solidly made. And as you can see, it has knives and file and a serrated knife and saw, and there are, I believe, scissors in here someplace. Yeah, you do have internal tools, but one of the biggest things I love about this is the bit driver. So definitely something you can pick up for between $35 and $40 at Walmart, and definitely well worth the money. Now, the next item that I EDC is a handkerchief, not a EDC hank, but it's a regular handkerchief, and it's one that if I ruin in the course of a day, you know, touching blood or touching oil, I'll just throw it away because I have not spent a whole lot of money on it. You can buy, I believe, a 6-pack of these at Walmart for around $10, maybe a little less, but great thing to carry and very helpful in certain occurrences. And I'll also carry just a regular comb for my beard. Another item that I will not leave the house without is the Kimber Pepper Blaster 2. Kimber Pepper Blaster 2. It is something that just gives me a little extra sense of security going out. Of course, this is not going to hold up in a gunfight, but if somebody should happen to pull a knife on me, or there's a tweaker that's banging at my truck window, I pull this out and give them a face full of pepper. So another item that I've been carrying for quite some time is the Ace Beam Pokelet AA, and I've actually upgraded thanks to Ace Beam. I was originally carrying the green version, and this is the upgraded version, the gray version. I believe this has a 1,000 lumen output, which the green one is, I believe, 600. So it's definitely quite the upgrade, and a great flashlight for the price. Definitely recommend checking Ace Beam out and all their flashlights, not just the Pokelet. Something else I've been carrying for quite some time is the Aid V16, and I'm not going to go into it, but I will leave the dump of this up in the corner here, so you can watch that if you'd like to see what's inside of it. Really, the only thing that's changed is I've added the Victorinox Swiss Guard light to the mix on the inside here, but fits perfectly inside. Now, something that I just started carrying, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to EDC it, but these are Leatherman Raptor Trauma Shear knockoffs, and for the inexpensive price that I paid for them, I'm very well surprised at how good they are. And there are a lot of things on here that I will not end up using because I'm not working in medical, but you do have your oxygen wrench here. You do have a strap cutter here. Now that is mainly for seat belts, but if you work with packaging and things come with plastic straps, you can cut those with that. You do have your ruler here, as well as your typical shears, which will cut through just about anything. They're said to be able to cut through a penny. And you also have your ring cutter right there, as well as, I hope I'll never have to use the glass breaker, but something that's come in handy once or twice at work already, and I plan on EDCing for a little while and just trying them out. Well, one thing I will end up doing is taking the pocket clip off, because this pocket clip is probably one of the strongest pocket clips I've come across in a long time. So that's going to rip up something if I put it in my pocket. And last but not least, but probably the most fun item on the list here, and this is replacing a traditional knife, and I have no qualms doing it because it's so much fun. It is a out the front utility knife. I mean, I'm just loving carrying this thing, and I'm using this thing for something that, for a lot of things that I don't typically use a traditional pocket knife for. I'm cutting boxes, I'm cutting straps, I'm cutting plastic, and just I have no issue just cutting just about anything I want to at work with this thing. Now, I will probably end up taking the grip tape off here. It's just a little too tactile for my liking, but for the most part, it is a awesome carry, and one that I do not regret whatsoever. So I'll leave a link to that as well as everything else down in the description. As always, I appreciate everyone watching. I hope everyone's having a great day, and carry on.